We live in a society that is chronically sedentary, yet we're constantly fed a very specific image of what it takes to be healthy. We are told that physical fitness requires grueling, sweat-drenched, hour-long workouts that leave you exhausted. For decades, the standard, easier alternative has been the rule of hitting exactly 10,000 steps every single day. But that number was not determined by medical science. It was actually invented in the 1960s as a marketing tactic for a Japanese pedometer. 10,000 steps equates to roughly 5 miles of walking. Because that arbitrary barrier feels entirely out of reach for many people, they often decide that doing zero activity is their only realistic option. Redefining the absolute minimum required effort changes the math for public health. Shifting the needle for the millions currently doing nothing is what prevents a massive volume of premature deaths. To find that minimum effective dose of movement, researchers at the University of Cambridge analyzed 196 peer-reviewed studies covering 30 million people. The data revealed a specific threshold. Significant, measurable health benefits begin to accrue at just 75 minutes of moderate activity per week. When you break that 75-minute weekly threshold down into a daily routine, it translates to roughly 11 minutes of brisk walking. Staying at this daily mark for the long term correlates with a 23% reduction in the overall risk of early death. How can a casual activity lasting the length of 3 pop songs rival the disease prevention we usually associate with high-intensity cardio? To understand how 11 minutes can extend a lifespan, we have to look under the hood of human biology to witness the physical chain reaction it triggers. A brisk walk is a legitimate, moderate-intensity aerobic activity. Within minutes, it forces your heart rate up and causes your blood vessels to dilate. Clinical trial data shows that adding just 2,000 extra steps to your daily routine can drop systolic blood pressure by an impressive 15 points. As you move, the contractions in your leg muscles open up specific cellular receptors. Those receptors begin pulling glucose directly out of your bloodstream to use as immediate fuel. This active clearing of sugar from the blood acts as a biological shield against insulin resistance and the development of type 2 diabetes. Even interrupting long periods of sitting with just 3 to 5 minutes of walking is enough to actively control your blood sugar levels. This immediate cardiovascular and metabolic response proves that a short walk is an active, systemic disease prevention mechanism. As blood circulation intensifies, it carries a rush of oxygen to the brain, alongside neurochemicals like serotonin and dopamine. Researchers at the University of Illinois set up a trial to see exactly what this movement does to the physical structure of the aging brain. They tracked a protein called BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which acts as a biological fertilizer for new brain cell growth. This side-by-side comparison shows the results over a year. On the left, older adults in a stretching-only group saw their hippocampus, the brain's memory center, decrease by 1%. But on the right, the group that took moderate walks actually grew their hippocampus by 2%. An 11-minute walk is actively regenerating the physical architecture of the brain. The benefits of this biological cascade don't stop when you untie your shoes. Daytime physical movement sets up a crucial recovery phase at night. This graph illustrates the body temperature pathway. When you exercise, your core temperature rises. As that temperature begins to fall over the next few hours, it acts as a direct biological trigger for sleepiness. If you take that walk outdoors in the morning, the natural light exposure locks in your body's circadian clock, allowing sleep to come much more easily when night falls. During these periods of high-quality sleep, the body regulates blood pressure and circulates white blood cells to defend against disease. This recovery phase amplifies the heart and immune benefits gained during the day's walk. 11 minutes of brisk movement acts as a biological tipping point. Research confirms this short burst is a validated tool for extending human longevity. This return on investment curve shows that while 150 minutes a week remains a great goal, the most massive leap in human health happens the exact moment you go from zero activity to just 11 minutes a day. The trick is to stop relying on motivation. Instead, build a default system into your schedule, like taking a mandatory 11-minute walk immediately after your heaviest meal of the day. You can also use micro-walks, pace the room while on a phone call, park at the back of the lot, or take a single lap around the office building. The cheapest, most effective medicine in the world is already under our feet. You don't need a gym membership to change your life. You just need a pair of shoes and 11 minutes.